Morning, Paul. Good morning, YouTube. So yeah, it looks like we're in a bit of a tricky area right now. I think we need to bear in mind that day time frame is still very bullish in bias. Yesterday we closed a bit like a doji, but we're still respecting this main area. So it's pretty much, as long as support is formed above this level and respected, then these wicks should get filled in that case. But obviously we know that this area to the left is going to be massively key, so probably going to be looking for one or two things myself. Some form of a break up, sort of potentially break in 65, or sort of break in sort of 64s, 850s, pulling back, creating a support should be a good option, to then sort of try and continue out of this sort of 4-hour range. Even if we create support above 65-200, even if we just smash all the way out here, pull back, create support, that would give us a shot. But clearly between here and here, so this stretching out here, so this zone here, you can see a lot of wick rejections. Lower time frame is very choppy, so this isn't really the best area to trade. In theory, we should be letting price form a target up over here somewhere, then create support, above this sort of level, this zone, right? But we have opportunities still within here. But right now we're respecting 850s, previous daily high level. So until we sort of seeing that break, we can't even really get involved, or I personally can't get involved unless we get better opportunities lower down. Lower down here, if we, I don't know, we start to create support sort of back around the 230s level, you could potentially give it a shot, see if we're going to then push back up and break through. But as it stands at that stage, you would have wanted to have been in sort of during the Asian session. And then gold for me, still very bullish based on the daily, etc. The only issue we've got at this stage, yeah, daily's closed quite solid bullish, but we've also sort of failed to close above this main daily zone, which means potentially liquidity may need to be grabbed sort of from down here again, before heading back this way, or is this just now going to become range between here and here? I'm not sure, we'll have to see. Morning, Dennis. Potentially from lower time frame play, resistance below here, you could sort of look to target 1976 would be a good shout. Obviously it's going against daily trend, but we'll see. Better buys are going to be for me above 1983, but if we do start to see breaks of this level here and then start to create support, I could then look to maybe target 1983 and then see what happens there. But we're just sort of waiting on gold because it's in a bit of a tricky spot right now. But yeah, you can see we've been consolidating in this current range for a little bit. If we start to break down, create resistance, more than likely going to tap down here. But really the range is not that big, is it? Man, it's not really all that range. We have a dead range, to be honest. GJ is pretty dead right now, to be honest. It's completely ranging. Yeah, I want to see something come up, start breaking above this level, creating some solid support would be better. Be more suited to me. But if we start breaking down, then I mean it's going to be a pretty dead day on GJ, to be honest. It just seems like we're starting to not necessarily fail at this stage, but ever since this move here. When we start to break back up, we would have expected that to come into that sort of high level. We failed around this area. Now we're starting to fail here again. So potentially we're just going to create range until we've got that momentum to start trending again, I would expect. But if we see this type of thing, liquidity grabs sort of below the range, then we start to break above the range, then we could definitely look for a little pullback and see if we can go with it. In theory, don't know where this sort of daily wick is going to stop. Now, that doesn't mean that it's buys, it just means that this potentially move down is creating a new daily wick, but where is it going to stop? That we don't know, and we can't know. But a likely area is going to be this area, massive higher time frame area. So that's why if we're going to get more downside, it's very likely we're going to come into this zone. But then for upside, where would you expect? Well, sort of maybe above this level is going to be safer at that stage. Daily nearly flipping bullish. Then we can look to target this level. See if we're then going to push back into that zone. Yeah, YouTube, man, so dead. Yeah, if we start to break this range as well, that will start to be a break of structure that's starting to form. So if we start breaking up and above, create that support, and that'd be a very sensible idea to go with that trade at that stage. But we've got to wait for candles to close. Right, I'm gonna leave this on GJ. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna go get a drink quick. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Yep. Just done all that this morning. I really don't get YouTube, man.
Hello.
Here he is, here he is.
I have some internet issues. I didn't know what you have to do.
That's alright, bro. That's fine. I was,
We have a new entry.
we have a new what, sorry?
A new person coming.
Yeah, kind of. His name's, is Paul. He had...
Yeah, I saw it in the chat, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it'd be good to have another person come on every day.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
man. But YouTube, bro, YouTube is so dead. It's unreal.
Well, how many persons are there?
One.
Hi.
I know. But I'm looking like, again, like I'm going on YouTube and there's guys like 300 people watching, 200 people watching, 250, and I'm just thinking like, this other guy here, 900 people watching. It's crazy. Oh, gold.
What's too much?
Don't know where maybe I'm going wrong, I don't know. Not getting enough.
No, it's nothing. I think the only thing that's wrong is the marketing.
Maybe.
You are not marketing harder.
Yeah.
Because,
No, I agree.
yeah, because people need a way to find you. And if it's not through Instagram, because they don't see the stories, or maybe they are late, they wake up late, or some shit like that, or maybe the time zones. Remember that you might have people from different time zones, that they don't do London, they only do New York maybe, or do Asian. So
It's just, bro, it's just so many.
You can try this. You can do a sponsorship on Instagram, like $20 or something, and see how it will go.
What do an advertisement, you mean?
Yeah, an advertisement on Instagram. And see how it will go.
Yeah, I could do. I mean, it's one of them though, innit? You want to try and grow it like kind of naturally, organically, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, it's just no point in me doing it to have no one show up.
Yeah, but remember that to grow it organically, you need some people to come in first, so they can pass the word, or they can tell around, so this is this. If there's no one coming, you can grow it organically, because there's no one coming, so you can pass the word.
True. True that.
How things going on the chart?
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, GJ's just kind of ranging right now. I mean, until we start breaking this 850s level, we're not going to be going up anytime soon. Gold as well. I was looking at potentially gold buys, but I'll probably have to wait for this 30 to close up and then look for opportunity after that. Personally,
gold yesterday did like 300 pips. It's been crazy. On a Monday to do 300 pips, that's shit bad crazy.
couple comments here in the chat. Hang on. Ooh, it's gone up now. I was there like one person, now I got like 5. Hang on, what's it? You need another YouTuber to shout you out, and you've not been consistent. That matters too. Yeah. But the thing is, yeah, I didn't really like. I had a break from YouTube, yeah. So when I say I'm having a break, I go away, right? That's fine. But then now, it's, you know, I'm back. So we need it to grow again. Do you know what I mean? The consistency, it will be there from now on the YouTube. But you know, I've still been trading, doing my thing. You know, YouTube was just one thing. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Put a face cam too. Yeah, I could do a face cam. Could do a face cam if that might help. But maybe I'll do that once we get a few more people. You know what I mean? Make it a bit more worth my while. You come back after a long break. Also, there are many now. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I know there's a lot of people doing the London session, which is cool. But the difference is with me and these other guys is I'm not trying to do signals. I'm not trying to do any of that. Just trying to actually help people become independent traders. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm promoting on this stream. So, but yeah. But in terms of consistency, like, obviously, you know, it's one of them things. If you want to have a break from doing a stream, you're entitled to have a break. Do you know what I mean? And work on yourself and do other things. And when you're ready, you come back. And I'm ready. I was ready to come back. You know, now I'm back. Been back for a couple weeks. You know, the consistency. The problem with that is like, there's no point me doing it to not have anybody to even, you know, like you lot putting comments now. This is what it's all about, discussion, and me not just sitting here talking to myself. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the consistency isn't a problem if we have people actually showing up, right? Making it worth my while. But yeah, I can't really get another YouTuber to shout me out there. I mean, that's just asking, like, you know, people.
It's nonsense.
Yeah.
Because why should anyone shut you out?
Yeah,
Because
they're not going to
are
shut me out, are they?
free.
No, because then I'm going to take their
Yeah,
views.
because it's like, I have money, I'm giving you my money.
Yeah.
Sure, take it. There's no reason for them to do it.
I know. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's the thing. I mean, he's saying using the same Raja Bank strategy. I mean, yeah, I don't trade like Raja. That's the thing. I mean, I know a lot of these other guys do, but I generally don't. Obviously, there's concepts the same because I learnt from him, but I trade very, very different to how I used to when I sort of first started. So, but yeah, we'll just see. I'll have a think today. See. Yeah, we've got GJ breaking up over here. We've got London Open volume. Potentially could get a nice little push. I mean, I really want to see some form of a support form, to be honest. So I'll possibly wait for that. But we'll see how we close over here. Yeah, 'cause I kind of wanted to see something solid above this level here. And then gold, I need to see this close. And once we get the closure, it's a bit annoying when there's a couple of entries presenting, potentially. So hard to keep an eye on both. Thing is with GJ is just the range is just so dead basically. In terms of like for me for the day, yeah, I think 200 is a fair target. If we break that, we could very well push to 66. But thing is, I need to see some form of a support formed because this range is just so choppy. I mean, could get in off the break, but we'll see. We'll see how it sort of closes up because it's not even closed yet. Lone Wolf FX Trader. When I started trading, I used to watch your YouTube a lot. We'll be here every day for live stream. Oh, amazing! Thank you, Lone Wolf FX Trader. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm back now for the long term. Just want to have a decent audience, just so I'm not talking to myself, and then it makes it all worth it, you know. But without that, it's pointless. I might as well just do this for myself. You know, I'm here to help others. At the end of the day, I don't have to do streaming. I do it because I enjoy it. I do it because I want to help others. You know what I mean? Help others gain consistency the right way. You know, not by spoon feeding them. And do you know what I mean? Just generally trying to give that guidance.
Yeah, that's true. But remember that people, or most people, they just want to be spoon-fed. They don't want to do the work.
Yeah, no, absolutely, bro. But that's where I don't want people to come on that want to be spoon-fed. I want people to come on that want to learn for themselves. Do you know what I mean? That want to be like, yeah, I want to know how to do this. I want to learn trading. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to. I want to see a process, like not. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but what I've seen around and sometimes everywhere, that people just want free stuff and want to get by people just feeding them. They don't want to do the work, they just want things easy.
Oh no, absolutely. But then I'd rather have 10 people that want to learn properly and get proper education than 50 people that just want to know when I'm in a buy or when I'm in a sell, or do you know what I mean? I'd rather 10 solid people that are like, I already trade, or I do this for myself, or I want to learn more, or whatever. I'd rather 10 of those than 50 people just want to copy and, you know, don't, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll see. But yeah. Yeah, no real support has sort of been formed yet on GJ, so if this just pushes up, it pushes up. We've got parameters set. If we start breaking up and above, we start creating support above 65s, then it'll be pretty nice. But if you got in on the close, then I mean, if you got in on the close, you probably want to look at sort of 65.050 and then 200s as target. But me personally, I think it's gonna be better to wait for a support to form, to be honest. Gold, I'm also seeing if we can create support here. I didn't want to get in before we've got our confirmation on the 30. If you really wanted to, you could potentially have a buy stop above that previous bearish candle if you wanted to push up to 1983 200. Could go with that, but I'll probably wait for a closure. Because what's the stops as well? Stops on the 30. Oh, they're pretty big actually. I think risk reward is not really there on gold, to be honest, unless you're trying to play it up to like 1985. It's a tricky one. Yeah, it's gonna be better to wait for a 5-minute closure, because then if you get the 5-minute closure giving you some form of a bullish candle after seeing something like this, then you could probably go with stops below that level, and then you get a much better risk reward. I want to learn more. I have a basic understanding on how you trade, hoping to gain more knowledge. Yeah, well, if you come here every day, ask questions, then you know you're going to learn as much as you want to learn. You know, when I do things for free, obviously I'm here to give people that knowledge, you know, for free. But yeah, GJ, ideally, if we can get some form of a bearish 5-minute candle closure, something like that, and then we start to, like this would be perfect. And then if we start to either create a little pullback like this, and then give us a solid looking 5-minute candle, we could then give that a nice shot on GJ. That would be what I'd be looking at. But like I said, getting in on the close for me was going to be a bit tough. Because the problem I've got is the range is just messy. We've got all these wicks, we got all this to the left, so naturally pushing price with nothing to target. Obviously you got targets, but what I mean is to your immediate price action is always going to be harder. But yeah, no, appreciate what you're saying, Lone Wolf. That'd be good if you can come on, you know, and spread the word that I'm back. That's also a good little way. Yeah, it's always annoying on the first 5-minute candle like that, isn't it? But if this fakes out, then we're all going to be laughing because we didn't get caught out. Right, let's keep an eye on gold, because I think the first 5 minutes closed up. Yes, it has. But if I get this 5-minute closing bullish, we could have a good trade on gold as well. I think we'll have an easy move on gold. That's GJ trying to present as well. It's tough. Tough. It's really tricky because this could be a flyer on gold if it starts re-flipping after that wick. Then it's always going to be better to wait for a 5-minute to close, because you never know. And GJ coming back in the range. So patient, paying today. But yeah, gold could run off from this point, just be aware. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes now, to be honest. But if we get lucky enough to just get a decent closure, then it's going to be much better. Because then we get that solid structural change after range, start to pull up, create support, and we can look to target this area and then ultimately the top of that range if you wanted to. But you've got to wait for candles to close. GJ moving dead right now, look at that. Got it on my other screen. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, I didn't get in off the closure. I would be waiting for a support, because look at this now. Wicked up, now coming back a little bit. So that's what I was waiting for. And gold, oh thank God we're waiting for the closure. Thank God we're waiting for the closure. But if GJ respects 850s, then it should be alright. Ooh, gold is not looking nice at all. Neither is GJ actually. Damn. That's a nasty ass rejection. I wouldn't want to be getting involved with that. Well, there's no support formed anyway, but you get what I'm saying. Right, I'll wait for this 5 minutes to close up on both, and then I'll probably end the YouTube stream anyway. I should have started a bit earlier today actually. Yeah, no entry for me on gold yet. That's a bit of a dead one still. Yeah, dead one. Gotta wait for support, my friends. Gotta wait, gotta wait. Right, cool. Right then. Yeah, so GJ already explained, if we get this giving us solid support formation, potentially breaking above here after seeing our confirmation of break on the 30-minute, then you could have a really nice trade, to be honest, pushing up to sort of 65.50 and then 65.200. But it's very tough to get in unless you get this closure. Don't get too worried. If you like the idea of getting in on the reflip, go with that, but me personally, I want to see this close, because then I know in full confidence that we are creating a support above our higher time frame level, and then in theory we should break this wick and then continue. All this was, that was the close of your 30-minute. It's pushed up, it's formed a wick. Oh yeah, look at this. See, this is what I'm saying, you've got to be very careful. That's why I don't really enter on flips. I'm more entering on lower time frame entries, because then if this is another just a higher wick and then we just start busting down here after seeing that, then you know what I mean, you know, then at that stage it's no good. Same with gold really. I mean, to be honest, I'd need to probably see a 5-minute closure above there. I mean, that's if we're lucky. If we get a nice deep wick and then maybe close above the previous, could give that a shot to sort of push back into that zone, see if we're going to break through. That could be an option, but apart from that, yeah, I'm just chilling now, because yeah, look at this on GJ, man. If we get it, if we get the 5-minute, then we'll see what happens. We've pushed to 8 viewers now. Hit my highest.
Great.
Once we start getting like 20-30 people again, it'll be a solid base.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just the engagement starts and it's nice though. But this gold is moving in a really bad range.
Yeah, the thing about gold is it's not like in this sort of 1982 level, but I'm kind of more looking at this 4-hour level as potential target.
Yeah, I think it might do another drop down before it moves up.
Right, I'll wait for this 5-minute close, then I generally have to get going if we're not gonna.
Yeah, but look, it did a major rejection. Most of the people will be looking to take buys. So I think it will do another drop to get some liquidity, and then we'll push higher up.
What, on gold you're saying?
Yeah, on gold, because it's such an obvious move. Because everyone, I think
You have to see a solid 5-minute close here, because this is also the problem I've got with this entry. Is it's also the close of the 15. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, if it closes above that 15-minute resistance here, then that's probably a good shout to get into a trade. But I'm just not really keen on that. It's okay, it's good, but it's not the best. GJ is just looking dreadful.
GJ is split.
Yeah, GJ's dead. Look at that.
Yeah.
Gold also not looking good with that. The range for me is just not there.
Imagine that it might even flip. Yeah, I think gold needs to stay chill for now. See how it will move.
Oh, GJ, that's a joke.
Yeah,
Nah,
GJ is moving now.
Come on, man. You cannot call that a support. Nah.
DJ on the 30s did a nice flip if you take it. Did a really nice flip and it will go to 500. If it breaks 150, that was fun.
Bruh, that is a joke. I think gold looks better than GJ right now. But if we get the 5-minute closer here on GJ, then I'll give that a shout. It's a good shout. But I ain't really keen on gold, because the problem is that's the 15-minute closure. So now we got this to deal with. We got this resistance to deal with. See what I'm saying? That's what puts me off now. So for me, I think GJ is going to be a better option, to be honest. And GJ also has got to give me the option closing above here. Then we've created that support structure to go up.
Yeah, that's possible.
Right, YouTube, I'm going to call it a day. So yeah, we've already outlined what we're looking for on GJ. We've said, so make sure you know what you're doing. But yeah, that 5-minute closure was dead, to be honest, for me, so I ain't really interested in that. I'll have to wait. If this just goes and it goes in it, we're not gonna complain about it. But yeah, gold also just explained. It's okay. You know, it's cool. You could push to this level where it's literally at now, but then anything there you can reject, and then it's just a nightmare. Me personally, but you know, if you like the idea, go with. I'm not really comfortable in that one. And GJ again. Right, cool. Thanks, YouTube. Take care, and see everyone tomorrow. Make sure you.
And we want to see more people tomorrow, YouTube.
Yeah, man.
You got it.
Yeah.
People, YouTube.
Absolutely. Right, guys, take care. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see everyone tomorrow. Thanks.